Greetings, Mega Man fans, and welcome back to the Mega Man Rock Force LPA. In this episode, we'll be taking on Photon Man, the light-themed robot master. You know, on a stage select screen, it kinda looks like he has a mustache and a mouth, but it's actually a faceplate. Anyway, here we are in Photon Man's solar energy plant. It's bright, it's sunny, it's kinda cheerful, and the music just fits this stage so well. This is Kevin's Stage 45, another public domain theme. And if you hadn't told me that it was public domain, I probably would have thought that this was composed specifically for this stage, because it fits it so perfectly. I love it, simply put. It's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Kevin song in the OST. So, kudos, Goldwater. You picked really well here. Anyway, our first new enemy type is the Naught. It's an evil flower robot that shoots petals into the air. A maximum of 3 being on screen at a time. You destroy its stem, and the head flies at your face and explodes. If you destroy the head, the stem just kind of sits there. Like, seriously, we could stand here all day and it would do nothing of interest. It won't even... Ow. It won't even regrow the head. But then, considering the nature of these beasts, are we sure we wanted their heads to regrow? I mean, evil flowers, you know. This right here is an elite. It's the game's Big Eye analog, with long jumps, high jumps. It's also very easy to deal with. Excuse me. So, like I said, easy to deal with, and not as rare as Jump Eye, but it's still not a very frequent occurrence. Did that block just... Yes, that block just. That down there is a booby block. A robot disguised as a block, and when you step on it, it soars you into the air. Remember how they behave, because you're gonna need to know that. They were originally introduced in a slightly more dangerous environment compared to now. I appreciate the change. And spiders from heaven. Why, there are little holes that drop buggers onto the field? I'm not entirely sure. But, whatever. Like, whatever. And proof of concept, Phantom Fuse, blow stuff up. And now, more Love Me Nots. And a perfect opportunity to discuss Photon Man in a bit more detail. See, Photon Man is actually the very first Robot Master concepted for Rock Force. In fact, he was concepted at least 4 years before Mega Man 9 happened. Which means this game has been in at least something resembling planning since well before 2008, like since 2004. Long time, eh? That's, what, 11 years? Anyway, Photon Man's general concept has managed to survive to this day. In fact, the only thing that really changed was that he was originally a Solar Man, but then Mega Man 10 happened and he became Photon Man. Anyway, in this room we have a new enemy type, the Saw Sons. They're spinning saw blade sons of pain. Except not really, because they aren't as random as they used to be. They first appear in the direction that's closest to where the exit is, or otherwise opposite of you. and then they start flying around, then they start spawning counterclockwise. They appear in the 4 cardinal directions, so north, south, east, west, and they will always appear in those same set locations, making them fairly easy to deal with once you know how. Good thing, since they're so frequent in hard mode. Also, the Love Me Not and the Bugger Hole here, those weren't always here. I'm guessing they were added to make the room a little bit more interesting. And here we have a tower. A tower that I am obviously going to climb, because 1, it's easy, 2, we are trying for a buster run, so no cheating with Crypt Cloak, and 3, there's a weapon tank up here, which, for obvious reasons, I want that, and a chance to watch an elite commit suicide. Beautiful. Whee! And here we have another new gimmick. These solar panels will collect sunlight as it falls on them, and they move lined up with you, at least within those blue bars. As you collect solar energy, it powers these blocks over here, which proves a very useful thing very, very quickly. Also, spiders from heaven. Originally, each sunlight piece you caught only filled 1 unit at a time as opposed to 2. This made it so collecting the sunlight was a long and arbitrary task, and unfortunately there's no solar sensor to make the sunlight stronger. Cookie to anyone who gets the reference. Anyway, dodging some spiders, and then 1 quick duel with an elite, and then we can move on to Photon Man. Oh, great, look at my health. That's not gonna end well. But first, stage retrospective. This one, its theme seems to be, from what I can gather, basically paying attention to what's going on around you. Things such as noticing where the Love Me Not petals are falling, noticing where the booby blocks are, where the bugger holes are, where the sunlight's falling for the sunlight catchers, and where the saw suns are spawning. There's a lot for you to watch for, but unlike, say, Crypt Man's stage with the buzzard bombers, you get a lot more time to react. So, hence why I said paying attention. Anyway, now it's time for Photon Man himself, who is probably going to kill me. He's not terribly tough, but oh gosh, that was close. He has a number of dangerous attacks, including the ability to just punch you in the face. And that was dumb. Oh well. Take 2! His 3 attacks are, if you're too close to him, he punches you in the face. He does that big, fancy pose, and then fires a large solar beam forwards that incidentally takes off around half of your health. And he has the Photon Flair, which shoots a flare into the air that explodes into 5 smaller flares that fall around it. He can cover a lot of range with his attacks, and as you saw, that solar beam of his will cut through you like a hot knife through butter. He also, as you can see, has incredible jumping ability, having 4 different places he can land in. Those two free spots in the middle, and he can also land on the sides. Generally speaking, staying on the same level as him should only be a temporary thing. And I just did him no damage. I wasn't even planning on doing that. But oh well. The Photon Flair is easy enough to dodge if you know where to stand, and assuming he doesn't jump next to you and decide to punch you in the face, because I've had that happen so many times during a Photon Flair dodge. It really does go to show that the punch isn't just there for comedic effect. And while his beam is easy enough to dodge, getting hit by it... I haven't checked yet, but besides instant death, I am fairly sure the photon beam is the single strongest attack in the game. Get hit by that, you take a ton of damage. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like 16 points of your health right there. Anyway, we've rescued Fireman! Yay! And we also nicked Photon Man's weapon, the Photon Flair. And we got the perfect day parts. Yes, I did go back and perfect run Fuse Man. It took me like 5 tries or so to kill him and without taking damage, but I did it. So, besides getting Photon Flair, which as you saw is a delayed screen clearer, nothing too terribly fancy, we also picked up Fireman, the burning soldier of justice himself. Fireman, fairly standard in some ways. His Firestorm picks up speed as it fires, and it goes right through enemies. He can also fire fireballs above himself with the up fire, and the down fire lets him shoot firestorms below himself, which incidentally gives him a triple jump. This triple jump of his can be of immense help if you know how to use it. Like, you can just skip so many platforming challenges with him. It's crazy. Originally, though, it wasn't just a triple jump. Like, you actually cannot. Like, you can only use the downward firestorm maximum of 2 times in the air. After that, well, you get no more shots of it. Originally, though, it didn't have that hard limit. So long as you didn't violate your regular 2-shot limit, you could theoretically keep using his downward jump firestorm until your fingers got tired. I don't think I need to tell you just how overpowered that is. Of course, if people want to see how overpowered that is, I still have my beta version with that. So I can totally show people just how overpowered Fireman would have been had our testers decided, no, we're not doing this. Anyway, I think that's all I need to show this round. So, for the next episode... Dang it, Charade Man! Anyway, as I was saying, for the next episode, it's grudge match time. So, until then, thank you for joining me. I shall see you for the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. Until then, goodbye!